So, what I'm gonna be doing is making a little breakfast burrito kind of thing. So, the first thing I need is some goddamn eggs. There we go. And then I'm just gonna rate my fridge. Some cheese. That's some beans defrosting. Ooh. Sausages, always nice. Got a little weird shit. This is called ajvar, or ajvar. It's slightly like spicy, but it's really tasty. So you're just kind of raiding your fridge, seeing what you have, and working with that. And of course it's not a burrito without some tortillas. How does one will get goddamn to the eggs? I don't know. Got some maize or corn. And this one is kind of special. This is chipotle in adobo. I've never actually used this, but it sounds like fun, so I'm gonna use it. Okay. So now I've got everything. I'm gonna put it away in a spot where I can actually like quickly go to and fro, rather than having to move everything out of the way the whole time. There we go. Actually, I'm not leaving the eggs just yet. No, it's fine. I won't need those first. Okay. Gonna grab a little bowl. And we're gonna crack some eggs into it. I'm not gonna be fancy about it. Nothing like the one-handed bullshit. Just one by one. Okay, plumber. Have a good time shopping. There we go. I'm just gonna grab like 6 eggs. Should be good. There we go. So with the eggs, I don't really like to keep those in my garbage bowl, so I tend to put that one in the normal garbage. Okay, now we're done with this one. I'm gonna put it back in the fridge. And wash my hands real quick. And there we go. Then we're gonna grab some milk. I forgot about this bit. I like to use almond milk nowadays. You can use any regular old milk for this kind of stuff, but you kind of want to put that with your eggs, because we're gonna make some kind of scrambled egg, and whenever you put some milk in it, it just kind of really loosens it up and makes it really tasty. I really like putting milk in my scrambled eggs. And we're gonna grab our salt. So I got a little bowl of salt rather than having like the like something like this. This is my after the fact salt, but this is my during cooking salt, because you really want to, if you really want to get into cooking, just doing this, grabbing a pinch or two, it's a lot easier than constantly having to scratch the thing, and you can really feel your amounts a lot better. Also gonna very carefully grab the pepper. My pepper is actually the weight that keeps the camera in a proper place. And then right here, we're gonna grab a whisk, and we're gonna whisk this together real quick. Let's see, there we go. Alright, you just want to incorporate everything, so by whisking your eggs, you kind of make it a little bit easier to pour. That's the whole idea of this. Okay. Next, I'm gonna grab myself a skillet, put it right there. And I'm not really gonna put any, I'm gonna put like a drizzle of olive oil in there. Just a little bit. Something like that. I'm actually gonna move it to this one because the big one is kind of too much. And I'm gonna start heating that. Yep, that's the wrong one. Yep. And this stove is a little bit annoying and kind of, you have to hold it for a long time before it actually works. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do with the sausages, I'm not just gonna put them straight in. Should probably, I can use this one as a bowl. So I try to like limit the amount of bowls I grab, but I'm gonna push out the meat out of the sausages. So I just get the sausage meat, which is actually just very like minced meat, which is really cool. It's just a fattier minced meat. There we go, and this is the casing, which is usually like pig intestine. And just push it out. Yes, Rowan. That is actually the reason why. You hit the nail on the head right there. Also, it's just, in general, it's a good tip when it comes to like cooking in a small kitchen. You often see on shows, they have everything in neat little bowls and whatever. And that's just gonna create a shit ton of dishes for you to do later. So it's just smarter to use as little bowls as you can. Okay, so now that we pushed the meat out, we're gonna just pop it straight into the pan. Like that. And I put this with the plastic garbage. Wash my hands real quick. Whenever you're touching meat of any kind, you want to quickly wash your hands with actual soap. Simply to make sure that you're not spreading bacteria around the kitchen. It's the most important thing. Especially if you're like cooking for other people. If you're cooking for yourself, it doesn't matter, but like, I want to teach good manners. I'm just gonna like push on the sausage, break it up, because like I said, it acts kind of like a minced meat. And you still want to leave it some space to kind of, yeah, to kind of like leave it to cook for a bit. I need to stand up straight. Very important, always stand up straight. And as you can see, as you kind of like push down on it, it breaks up a bit, and when you're cooking it, it always, like, it keeps breaking up. So you want to break it up as much as you can. And have a little sip of water. You're too gay to even get up? Wow. There we go. Well, it's about as big as I want it. I want to cook it for a little bit longer. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit. Get this nice large bits of sausage everywhere, which is nice. Kind of give this another quick whisk. Just make sure it's nice and loosened. You don't really want to stiffen it too much. Okay. So since we're going to be cooking this for a little while, I'm going to lower the heat all the way down right now. If you want to cook proteins, and especially eggs, really, really tastily, you want to make sure that you're cooking it low and slow. So I'm just going to pour this in. There we go. And I'm just going to leave it for a bit. Rinse the bowl. Always rinse your bowls once you're done with them. I'm just gonna leave that for a bit and I'm gonna focus on the other ingredients. So I'm gonna drain my corn. If I can even get it up. There we go. I'm gonna put this one here for now. And when it comes to black beans, like I cook my own black beans, so it comes in these little bags from the freezer. But whenever you buy any kind of beans in general, if you want to use them, you kind of want to make sure that you drain them. So I'm gonna grab a sieve. And just put the beans in and just rinse them real quick. Hi, Clover. There we go. So now they already look a lot better. And we're just gonna leave them for now. We're gonna use them later. In the meantime, I'm gonna quickly stir through my eggs. As you can see, it's starting to solidify a bit, and you got these really nice big chunks, which I'm gonna be leaving in as much as possible. So I'm just gonna leave it like that again, and just do this really nice and slowly. Let's see. I should have probably stirred this one in earlier. Oh, that's fine. Next, I'm gonna check out this stuff. There we go. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. These little peppers. Look at that. Ooh, smells really good. So chipotle peppers are like a smoked pepper, which is really, really tasty. I really like this stuff. I'm gonna put that one away. I'm just gonna grab two, I think. No, I think one is fine. There we go. So now that I've opened this one, I'm gonna grab a little bag and wrap it around the can. So what you're really trying to do when you're trying to preserve stuff is keep as much air away as possible. So I'm gonna really wrap it tightly and try to keep as much air out as I can. Just quickly turn it. There we go. And put this one in the fridge. Go. And then I'm going to chop this one up real quick. Probably should have used a bigger knife, but this is fine. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. I'm just going to gently plop that in there. It's a little early to do that, but it's fine. Go. Wash my hands. And throw away stuff real quick. Clean as you go, as they say. What are we making? We are currently making some breakfast burritos. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. There's really slow roast. You get these really, because I leave it a lot, you get these really big pieces of egg right there. It's just really tasty. There we go. Stir it right in. So this is almost completely solidified, like we're 3/4 of the way. So now's a good moment to add my beans. Add the corn. There you go. I'm gonna add like a tablespoon of this stuff. I have a lot of spoons, so that's nice. There we go. A great tip, if you find yourself lacking in spoons, just just go to your local thrift store and just buy a shit ton of them. They're really cheap there. There we go. Put this one back in the fridge. And then just stir that right in. There we go, look at that. It's looking pretty. Okay. I'm gonna grab myself some cheese. And I'm just gonna spread that all over. There we go. That's all of the cheese I have here. Nice. I'm gonna turn off the heat and put on a lid, and we're just gonna leave that to cook on its own for a bit. The eggs are almost done, so you kind of want to just leave it to cook on its own. In the meantime, we're gonna be cleaning our spates again. So just quickly rinsing off some of the stuff I used. There we go. I'm gonna throw this one away. Might as well grab this one. And then I'm gonna quickly clean my cooking board with some of this stuff again, so that we can just keep using it. Because we haven't put any meat on it, it's just fine to keep using it like this. When it comes to vegetables, unless there's like a lot of dirt in them, it's usually just fine if you just keep wiping down your board. There we go. Grab some water. Hi, Napo. Thank you. I tried my best. This is like, the idea is that here you can just see what I'm doing, and here you can see how I move through the kitchen. So it's the main idea. Let's see how that's doing. So the cheese is starting to melt a little bit. I might want to turn up the heat again to really get it to melt, but it's fine for now. In the meantime, I'm gonna be prepping my burritos. So I'm not gonna be needing this cutting board for a little bit, so I'm just gonna move it out of the way. There we go. Whoop. Other way around. And I'm gonna be putting this one away as well. There we go. So we got these great burritos. They're like whole wheat burritos, which is healthy for you, so I'm gonna be cutting it open. There we go. I'm not sure how many burritos I'm gonna need, so I'm just gonna I'm just gonna grab 4 for now, and I'm gonna put this in the microwave to kind of soften them up. If you put tortillas in the microwave, they just soften up a little bit, and they also become a little bit stronger, so you can fold them a lot easier. I only need like half a minute or so, and that's fine. I'm gonna put the rest away for a little bit. Just check on this again. Yeah, it's gonna need a little bit more heat. Go. Put the scissors away. There we go. These beautiful tortillas. I'm just gonna spread them out a little bit. There we go. And then I'm gonna grab this one again. Quickly stir through here. Oh, look at that. That looks absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna grab a quick spoon and have a taste. Could use a little bit more salt. But otherwise it's absolutely beautiful. Ooh, got a nice spicy aftertaste. I like it. There we go. Is that a bunch of meat? No, that's like an egg, sausage, and some beans and corn. I'm just gonna grab something like this amount. Let's see. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm gonna turn off the heat. Forgot about that bit. A little bit more here. There we go. Now we're gonna be rolling these ones up. What I like to do, I'm gonna turn this one a bit. There we go. What I like to do is just quickly press down here to make sure that it's closed. Then you just roll her over, pull back a little bit to tighten her up, but you don't want to do it too much because otherwise you'll break the tortilla. And ta-da! You got yourself a beautiful little burrito. I'm gonna put that aside and keep going. There we go. There we go. And as you can see, I still have some left. So I'm gonna grab 2 more tortillas and quickly put them in the microwave. Oh, it actually grabs the music? That's pretty cool. I have like Ori and the Blind Forest playing on the background right now. I like to listen to stuff while I'm cooking. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. I think I can grab one more. There we go. Once we're done with the pan, I'm gonna give it one quick more wipe. There we go. Once we're done with the pan, we're just instantly going to rinse it. There we go. There we go. So this is not clean yet. That's a big thing. It's not clean, but at least it's rinsed. So at this point, we can just put it away and clean it later. Because if we don't rinse it, it's gonna be hell later on to properly clean up. I'm just gonna roll these ones up. Trying to make sure that the short side is going over first. Ooh, I made this one really full. There we go. I might just eat this one. I'm gonna put it aside real quick. There we go. Ta-da! Breakfast burritos. I want to have one right now because I'm hungry. So the great thing about breakfast burritos is that you can just open your fridge or your pantry and you can just like look up anything you have and just put it in there. Just chuck it in there. Usually it's fine. Whew, really nice spicy taste. And you can just chuck that in and it's fine. As long as you put eggs in there and everything, you'll be fine. And you got a great little breakfast. I really like the sausage in there. It's the first time I've done that. I have some leftover sausages, so. This one's opening up a little bit, so it's a bit messy. Gonna grab myself a cute little plate. Oh, and I'm not even done yet, nerd. This was not even in the plans. This is me just being hungry. There we go. Oh boy, what did you do? I spelled this bot exists. Yeah, that one, yeah. I know that one. You actually told me that it was a thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna put these away so that we can enjoy them for a while longer. There we go, I'm gonna grab some aluminum foil for that. So I'm gonna be making a lot of noise. I'm just gonna wrap them real quick. I'll probably put them in a container afterwards. Well, I probably grabbed a bit too much there. There we go. I'm just gonna fold them over actually. Okay, nerd. Oh, satanic nerd rather. That's too much again. Go. There we go, beautiful. So again, these are breakfast burritos. You can eat them cold, you can eat them hot, you can just microwave them for a few seconds and they'll be fine to eat. And they're a great way to start your day, basically. I don't often do this, but sometimes I like to do it and then I'll be fine with that. So I'm gonna grab a container. There we go. And I'm gonna put them in there. Mostly just because this way they're a bit easier to store in my fridge. Fold these over. Where's the baguette? Oh, sorry, I completely forgot to steal baguette from work, so I don't have any baguettes. There we go. And now probably for the most important part of making food, labeling your food. So what I like to do is I have this tape. This is actually way too big, but it's fine. Just stretch up a bit. There we go. And just write what's in there. Okay. Let's see, what day is it? It's the 17th. So that's 79. There you go. So this way, whenever you grab a container, you know what's in the container, but you also know what day the container went in. So that you don't like stand, like you're not surprised, like, oh my god, this has been bad for a while. And this way you can just kind of know what's in your fridge and how long it's been in there. So I'm gonna put this one in the fridge now. There we go. Now we have one more tortilla left. I'm gonna be putting this one back in here, but I'm also gonna do something else. I'm gonna grab a bag, basically. Let's see. There they are. Nice IKEA bags. I'm gonna grab a really big one. There we go. It's way too big, but it's fine. I'm gonna be putting that in there. I'm trying to get as much air out of it as possible, because that's the enemy of food. It's air. Kills us all. There we go. And I'm gonna put this one in the fridge. So you could like not put this in the fridge, but I like to put it in the fridge because that way it seems to stay fresher for longer. So I like that bit. There we go. And that's that.